Hello and welcome back to Logan Sounds Off. Today on my podcast, I'm actually not going to be doing an album review. Technically, I'm going to be doing a compilation review of an album called Boom Dynamite by the fabulous Courettes. And it's an introduction, it says it here, an introduction to the fabulous Courettes. If you're looking for these guys on streaming, they go as the Courettes. But on a lot of their records, they're called the Fabulous Courettes, which I think is cool. This is released by Damaged Goods Records, as you can see here as well on the label, which I think is really, really cool. I love this album cover, how cool it is. The purple here is really cool, and it also links into the vinyl. We'll see that in a sec. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. You got a kind of some 7 inches here that were released of some of the songs on this record. Some pictures of the band in black and white as well. It's just a really classic looking record, really, really cool. And I love this little statement that's on it. This mono/stereo record can be played on most modern phonographs. However, the sound will probably be enhanced if it isn't. So I thought that was kind of cool, kind of quirky and fun. So as you can see, probably for people who are just as much into vinyl as me, you can see the little purple there. This is a purple vinyl. And I'm going to get to where I bought this and like if you can buy it and whatever in a sec, because it is very pretty. I know the quality isn't very good for the camera to see vinyl, but this is really nice colour, very vibrant, just opaque purple. This is a very limited, very, very limited pressing. I believe there's only 1,000 copies, so if you want one, I would advise you go and try and get it. Links down below. I bought this in Rollercoaster Records, the not only happiest little record shop in the world, but the greatest record shop in the world. Definitely check out Rollercoaster Records if you're in Kilkenny. The website will be down below to Rollercoaster Records, where you can buy class records like this. Fantastic, fantastic record shop. So, buying this record, I literally just asked the shopkeeper there, Gary, what do you think should I pick up? And he said this. And I always trust Gary with any of his recommendations, whether it be, I know he gave me Neve Reagan, Come As You Are, which I've done a review on. Shabaka, End of Innocence, he gave me that record and I've been loving spinning that since. Beautiful record. So I thought I must get this, and from the second I put the needle on this record, I was just in love with it. The sound of it is beautiful. It doesn't sound like typical records. It was really, really cool. I know the artwork is lovely to look at as well, because you guys can actually feel the record. This is really nice card. On the side you've got your lovely kind of purple indent, the fabulous Courettes. You can't really see it very well. And all your information, you've got a letter there that was wrote as well. Now, I want to say, this is actually produced by multiple people because it's a mix of 3 albums. So I'm not going to get into the producers, but it's from Here Are the Courettes, We Are the Courettes, and then Back in Mono are the 3 records that the music was taken from. And the album takes on a load of dynamic tracks, from like the opening track, Boom Dynamite, which is this short burst of fun, to songs like Christmas, I Can Hardly Wait, which is a lovely Christmas song. I love Christmas songs. I know a lot of people hate All I Want for Christmas With You by Mariah Carey because of how much overplayed it is, but I even love that as well. I love that. And then another song like Strawberry Boy, which is this sweet love song, which is kind of awkward to listen to when you hear like noises made in the mic. It's very goofy. And there's actually a photo of them there in front of Strawberry Field, of the 2 characters front of Strawberry Field. This particular photo, which is cool. So, let's get into the music, because I've gone through the vinyl. For all the vinyl lovers out there, I've gone through the packaging. I've gone through what I kind of think of it as an overview, which we'll get to more towards the end. A bigger kind of rating of it overall. But before we get into the tracks, which is where the fun begins, please do check out the Courettes down below if you haven't heard this record before. Please, a lot of my viewers aren't subscribed. A lot of them. an astonishing amount, really. So if you do watch me on a regular basis, please click subscribe. It helps so much. Please show that you like it. If you like it, show that you like it. It really, really helps. Those 2 thumbs up, even just in the comments, if you say that you like it, it really, really makes a difference, guys. So thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. For those who have already subscribed and are long-time subscribers, thank you. You're very, very helpful. So let's get into the music. Starting off with Boom Dynamite. This kind of this playful yet powerful nature of this song is kind of confusing. You're really getting into it. The Courettes blast you into the track very, very quickly. It's very, very fierce. It's very, very open. That's what's kind of cool about this record, is that although it's compilation, it runs into each other very well, all the songs, and this kind of introduces the power of the Courettes really, really well and very, very quickly, which is cool. And there's some really cool kind of harsh, distorted guitar that run through this track as well, and a lot of yelling and shouting, not as in they're screaming the lyrics or anything, but just kind of like fun yes and screams and kind of shouts of joy, which is really, really cool and really, really fun. And Boom Dynamite is a really, really cool track just to open up the whole record with. I know obviously there's the title track for the compilation. Now, in saying that, do I think Boom Dynamite should deserve that? Like, I mean, it's the best title, but you could go with something like Misfits and Freaks is a great track that could be the highlighter. Hop the Twig or something, I don't know. But it's not my favourite track on the album, but I do really, really like it. But yeah, it's just a cool, cool song. And then, as well as that, you've got Hop the Twig, as I mentioned just earlier. And for those who may know in the comments, what does Hop the Twig mean? I'm very, very confused. Is it like a dance or something? I'm very confused. But Hop the Twig anyway. I love the helicopter sound of the guitar on this song. It's really, really cool. That is trembling nearly. This guitar sound, it's really, really intense and kind of, it adds a whole new texture to the song. It adds new meaning to the song. It's really, really awesome. I really, really like that about Hop the Twig. It's really, really awesome. And the vast drums that are in this song are really, really cool. And the layers of vocals and these cool fills throughout the whole song. It's really, really incredible. It sounds amazing. It sounds really, really fun. The drums on some of these opening tracks, though, are mixed very low that you can't hear them as well as others. But the cymbals are very bright in them. And then you have Want You Like a Cigarette. And I love the tambourines on this song. I'm a massive fan of tambourines. And actually, the tambourines were really, really cool on this album. But on this song in particular, I thought they really shone. And they really kind of brought out the fun in the song. I really, really like that. And how cool the guitar riff sounds. It's really, really cool. The Courettes have this sound of riffs that sound familiar, but yet still new. And I'm not saying it's like, oh, they're the same, but they're different, because that's a bit confusing. I'm saying that they've got a familiar sound with a new texture to it nearly. They're putting a spin on it. They're putting the Courette spin on it, which is really, really cool. And it's got this incredible swing as well, Want You Like a Cigarette. A lot of these songs do have these kind of swings that make the song sound really playful and fun and light-hearted, when sometimes this is not the case. Like on songs like Only Happy When You're Gone. It's a really sad track. Like, I'm only happy when you're gone. But it's got this really cool swing to it that gets stuck in your head. And you're smiling to the lyrics. Or, sorry, not the lyrics, the instrumental. And then when you're looking at the lyrics, you're going, oh, that's really sad. So, the different swings and beats on these songs are really, really... Or on this album is really, really cool. And I think you should listen out for just the swing of it. And getting into the swing of it, really. And no pun intended. Then you have Christmas, I Can Hardly Wait. I'm recording this close to Christmas. In fact, it's a month till we're near Christmas. It's a month till a couple of days before Christmas Eve. So I'm very, very close. I know this is probably going to be coming out on a month before Christmas Eve. 1 month exactly. I'm not on YouTube though. Probably on the day before Christmas Eve. A month before the day before Christmas Eve on YouTube. So that's really fun. But I'm rambling about Christmas. Forget about what I said there. That's literally nothing to do with that song. But Christmas, I can hardly wait. First of all, kind of cool that they included a Christmas song. It's very, very strange. You're going from like Hop the Twig and Want You Like a Cigarette, and then you're going to a Christmas song. I really, really love this Christmas song. It's really, really warm and kind of fun and cozy and just really, really cool. Now, musically, we're going to get into the music part. I love how fun the choir sounds in this song. I don't know is it a choir exactly, but the collection of voices that you hear throughout this song is really, really cool. Really, really fun. I know I love that throughout the record. There's some fantastic vocals. Really, really fun, brilliant vocals that make it just, again, add to that playful sound as we've been discussing. This echoey conclusion, which is kind of strange. It's not your typical fade out. It kind of echoes out, which has a bit of an eerie sense to it. Not that that's implied. It's not an eerie Christmas song, which are not my favorite type of music at all. I do not like the idea of making Christmas scary. That's not what it's about. It doesn't end eerily, but it does have that kind of weird feel of the echoey. But it doesn't taint the song, which is the main thing. Then you got Time Is Ticking, and this feels a lot brighter and has a lot of cymbals, which is really cool. And again, as I've been mentioning, the cymbals are really, really bright and loud and flamboyant and vast. So this whole record, it's fantastic. Really adds a whole power to this Courettes sound that we've been discussing. Really makes it sound so much better. And then you've got I've Been Walking, which is intense. What do you, like, it's provocative. What does it provoke? I'm not entirely sure what I think of that title. But, and I'm not saying that because I have multiple little theories. I genuinely don't know. But this is really powerful start with these kind of bright, sparkling guitars that add to that Courettes feel, that kind of fun, sparkly guitars. And these honest, kind of, authentic vocals that are kind of muffled slightly. I think that's the sound of the record, not in like going, oh, well, the mic is so bad, it's muffled. I'm going, it's kind of muffled, it's kind of cozy, it's kind of strange. And then you've got the sad song that we mentioned earlier, Only Happy When You're Gone, which is very sad. But look, it's a song, so we're getting into it. This is a really melancholic track, as I've just mentioned, and yet it has such an upbeat sound to it that it's an earworm. It's insane. Honestly, I think I heard this on the Back in Mono B-sides. After I bought this record, because I started to discover more of the Courettes afterwards. This is my first Courettes record. Before I bought this record, I had heard nothing apart from when Gary was telling me about them a tiny bit, but I hadn't heard any of their music. So Only Happy When You're Gone is this kind of melancholic earworm that's really, really cool. So check that song out. Then you got The Boy I Love, and this is an upbeat, kind of fast-paced rock song with both cool vocals, as you've got throughout this record. The vocals are phenomenal. I aced saying phenomenal. I hope you copped that. That I'm very proud of myself now. But basically, yeah, really cool vocals. I'm not gonna try and say phenomenal again. Okay, but anyways, and fun layered kind of vocals that brighten it up. Really, really cool. It sounds really chorusy nearly. It just sounds awesome, this song. I love it. And then you've got Nighttime, The Boy of Mine, which is, I love the keyboard in this, the kind of keyboards. I don't think I speak about the keyboards enough on this record. The keyboards are really, really cool. So check those out. Along with the vocals, obviously, as we've been mentioning earlier, and the fast, intricate drumming that parade throughout the song, that pull it together, really. It's like the drums are hugging the rest of the track. It's really, really cool. And then you got I Don't Know, is it Ringo or R-I-N-G-O, because of the way it's written. If we can even get this on the camera. If you look there, Ringo, you can barely see that. If you can't see it, it's not you. It's not you. It's just because of the light, probably. But the song is a change of vibe on this record. Really, really different. and this funky bass line that's just really, really awesome. With some high-pitched vocals as well. And I love those high-pitched vocals. Really bring the energy. And then you got Misfits and Freaks. And this is a fun song about being yourself. Just the Misfits and Freaks. In the Armageddon, that's what everybody is. Misfits and Freaks. So it's very, very interesting. And then you have Strawberry Boy, which, as I mentioned earlier, is very awkward. Because at the end you hear sounds for some reason. And it makes you kind of feel uncomfortable. Like you shouldn't be there when you're listening to it. So that's Strawberry Boy. And this is a switch up from the usual though. There's this kind of love ballad, which, as I've been saying, that can be awkward sometimes. And then you got Push It Too Hard. And there's this short kind of goth-esque. The Courettes are not a goth. They're not. And this is barely goth, but it's kind of goth-esque a little bit. Punk song with this cool kind of bass line that just really pulls it together. This nice riff and as well amazing vocals, as you mentioned, along with awesome fills and killer solos as well. Really, really cool solos in this. And then you got Voodoo Doll, which is this kind of dark, fantastic finish. It's not like it's just this album as a compilation runs together very well. So overall, boom, Dynamite by the fabulous Courettes. Gonna hold it up so it looks nice at the angle. Yes, that's perfect. The fabulous Courettes are this really cool band who have achieved a lot over their discography. They've made a lot of really interesting music, and I am so glad to just be able to say that this is one of my favorite records in my collection when I'm looking for that kind of indie warmth. It's really, really awesome as a compilation. It's quite cool. So I'm going to rate this a 4 out of 5 stars. Now, that is the end of the review. I'm done now. You could say it was phenomenal, that record. So, now that I've finished, I'd like you to start doing something for me, please. If you are watching any of my videos in the future and you like it, just give that like. It really helps. That's all I'm asking. If you do watch my videos all the time, subscribe. Subscribing is so helpful. You really don't realize it. And as well, please share. Sharing is always appreciated. But apart from that, that is my review of the fabulous Courettes and their amazing compilation, Boom Dynamite, an introduction to the fabulous Courettes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.